From what I've learned through the indigenous people around the world and about human consciousness, there is a way there is a vibration and a way to be. They all talk to me about this, that they know these things are coming. The Mayans are about to give their predictions and everything on this, and they know this is coming. But there is a way that if you are connected to Mother Earth and Father Sky through your heart in a certain way, that they all are discussing with me, that you can just stand there and not even be concerned. Because what happens is Mother Earth actually changes the reality around you. She selects these people that have this vibration, these people that are in their heart, and she keeps them alive. And this is one of the big secrets about all of this that has been known before in the last ice age that happened. There's this huge story that I could never get. It would take so long to explain all this, but it is actually unfolding on the earth right now. This happened in Finland. But people have been able to change the world around where they live based on their ability to stay within their heart. If you live in your mind, what the indigenous people are saying, you don't stand a chance. Well, what we have learned, I mean, I could jump right to the very end of the whole thing on all of this, but for an audience that doesn't understand, or if they don't truly understand consciousness, these things sound crazy. But this has been talked about for 6,000 years in the Vedas, going back into India and the Tibetan Buddhism and everything else. They know this is fact. But what we think is out here, the stars and the planets and the earth and the trees and our cars and our apartments and everything, that we think are solid and are real and are really there, actually are not. They are pure consciousness, and they exist, but not there. They exist somewhere else. And we have been working with what we call reversing consciousness, just like reverse engineering and things. We started with the human light body, and we've mapped that whole thing out. And then after that, we went into the internal brain structure of the pineal gland, the pituitary glands, the thalamus, etc., and how all of that works. And just as in most human beings, the Mer-Ka-Ba field, or the light body, is not working. It's like a seed. It's there, it's intact, but it's not actually functioning.
It's not activated.
It's not activated. But even when you activate it, there's still more to it, and it's not talked about in any of these books. This will be another book coming up that it took me a long time to understand this, and this is all indigenous people that taught me all this stuff. I mean, they know the inside of the brain better than most brain surgeons. It's amazing what they know about this stuff. And there are 8 beams of light that come out of the head, or should come out of the head, if the head is healthy and functioning, just like the light body itself. If it's functioning, it begins to spin and do all these things. Well, these 8 beams of light are, on most people, have reduced to just this little colors that are around the head. They look like fog almost. But with a certain understanding, with a certain breathing and awareness that you do, these beams pop out, a sphere of light forms around the head, and you begin to glow, and you can scientifically see it. And that is a part of how this outer world was created. There's a connection through all of this. There's 3 different glands and 3 chakras that have to be aligned, and when they are, and when they're functioning together, what is called your third eye opens up, and it is prepared to receive something from somewhere else in your body, which we now know is the heart itself. And hidden deep inside the heart is a little tiny space that Stanford, through heart math, is mapping and trying to describe scientifically what it is, where creation takes place. And this is where all these stars and planets, if you go back into a book called the Upanishads, 6,000 years old, it's 108 people that went into their heart and went from their mind back into their heart And when they got in there, they just wrote about their experiences. That's all it is. But in there, they all talk about how when you go inside the heart and you're not in your brain at all, you're in your heart, and you look around, you open up, and there's the stars. All of them, exactly as they are here. There's the belt of Orion, the whole thing, just like the same feeling of depth of space, the same everything.